Dear viewers, welcome back. You are watching Vision for Success. Here with us, Imam Shamsi Ali. We are discussing Muslim Day Parade. So sometimes we question about this kind of thing, like it is Vedat or there is nothing in Islam, in Quran and Hadith about this parade and everything, this kind of demonstration.
Sadly, that some Muslims are so, I don't want to say narrow-minded, but limited in their understanding of the religion. Bid'ah or innovation is only prohibited in religious affairs. It is in ibadat. So when you pray, don't add something, or then take out something. Just pray as the Prophet Muhammad wanted you to do it. Muslim Day parade is non-ritual. It's non-ta'abudiyya, what you call in Arabic language. It's non-ritual. It's not like salat. This is a human thing. It's innovations which is very much praised highly by Islam. Why? Because Islam wants us to be innovative, including innovation in promoting ourselves, in promoting the religion. You know, in the past, maybe in the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way the Sahaba promoted Islam is by lecturing, going to the people and talk. Nowadays, it's not necessarily going to the people and talk and lecturing, but by doing things that people can watch you. You can imagine if there are tens of thousands of people walking on the street with organized in manner, with behaviors, with smiles, you know, bringing American flags along with Muslim countries' flag. People will open their mind, their eyes that, you know, why we are scared of Islam? Why we have to be suspicious of Muslims? These Muslims love this country, even though they are coming from different countries, but they are coming here to bring love and want to see America even better. And so this is the way we present and represent Islam. It is nothing to do with bid'ah. And so those who say that parade is bid'ah, I think he must again learn Islam. I think just come to us and talk and discuss about it. You know, I happen to be an imam and I study this religion. I can talk to anybody who have that suspicion and doubt about the parade, who think that parade is a bid'ah. Come to us and talk with us. But I can assure you that inshallah ta'ala, this parade is, if the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is alive in this 21st century, he could might be have the leader of the parade. You know, he could be in the front line to say Allahu Akbar in the middle of the street. Just wanted to tell the people that Allahu Akbar is not negative. You know, when you say Allahu Akbar, sometimes people think about we're going to blow the buildings or killing some. No, Allahu Akbar means God is great, and when God is great means we have to consider Him the only superior in life. Everyone is equal, and so Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is so innovative, and if he is alive today, he's going to join the parade.
So this is one aspect, is a political aspect we are discussing, that the Muslim can play a role in political process.
Yes.
So how this parade is going to help to unite the Muslims to?
You know, first the organizer itself. You know, I think one of the problem that we had in the past, that those who are sitting in the committee, those who are organizing committee, the members of the Muslim Foundation, for example, was you know, did not represent the variety, the diversity of the Muslim community. And so in the past few years, Muslim parade had been considered as Pakistani parade, for example, because most of those who are working are Pakistani brothers. Of course, we appreciate them, by the way, but you know, they didn't open themselves to accept more diverse community. So this year, as a president of the Muslim Foundation, and I'm not a Pakistani background, although I studied in Pakistan, so I have the love of Pakistan as well, I wanted to open these doors for Bangladeshis, for Africans, for Arabs, for Albanians, Turkish, European Muslims, Asian. I want some Muslim from Burma to take part in the parade. And so I think we must open and make it more inclusive. And inshallah with that, I'm going to see on the street really colorful faces of Muslims, where this group is of Pakistanis, that group is Bangladeshi, that group is Indian, that group is Arab, and they represent as one Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can imagine how people will be amazed by diversity that we have within our community, but we can still hold our unity as one Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that's the purpose of the parade.
So you talked about political strength.
Yes.
A cultural thing also. Is there any economic point of view you are?
Yes, the parade basically, can be a source of economic income, economic source. For example, at the end of the parade, we have bazaar. People can rent booth, they can sell food, they can sell, souvenir, they can sell clothing, different kind of things. In nutshell, they can open businesses. So all these revenues can be utilized for our community. The purpose of this parade is to enhance and to empower our community, educationally, culturally, religiously, because we are going to pray in the beginning, socially, because we represent diverse community, unitedly, politically, because we show our unity in facing the upcoming election, but also economically, because people can do businesses during the parade itself. So every kind of thing can be used in order to get benefit out of the parade itself.
Is it a exchange of views among the Muslims also, of different countries, Muslim from different countries? Because we have limited interaction with among the countries.
Yes, it's as a president, I'm going to send letters to the Muslim representative here in New York, from Afghanistan to Pakistan to Turkey, so that they can join us. Hopefully many of those ambassadors are going to join. I know that at the same day there will be a session at the United Nations. It might be difficult for our leaders, the ambassadors, to come and join, but they can at least send some representative to represent their country. In fact, one of the unique things that I'm planning this year is to have a cultural shows that represent Muslim communities. So we are going to have, for example, Bangladeshi community that represent Bangladeshi culture, of course Islamic. Then we have Pakistani Islamic culture, we have Indonesian Islamic culture, we have Turkish Islamic culture. So with that, American will open their eyes. Muslims have diverse cultures. It is not a monolithic culture. It means that when you're becoming a Muslim, you have to be like Arab all the time. Not necessarily. So we are going to show that during the parade that we are diverse, yet we have one faith, and that is Islam.
So this is the only activities you are going to organize from Muslim Foundation?
No. In the past, yes, Muslim Foundation only did one activities, and that is the Muslim Day Parade. But since I'm the president at the moment, I'm thinking a lot of plans. I have a lot of initiatives to take, to be undertaken. We are going to organize intra-faith. My organization, the Nusantara Foundation, organized interfaith, but Muslim Foundation of America is going to organize intra-faith. So I'm going to invite Muslims of all backgrounds, including Shia and Sunni, to come together and talk as brothers and sisters. We may have fundamental different, but yeah, we are still Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because our Shia brothers and sisters still believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, believe in the same Quran. They pray towards Kaaba, even though they pray 3 times daily, but they basically combine Zuhr and Asr and Maghrib and Isha, but they pray it in 3 times, but they pray 5 times. It means we have different opinions on issues, including the issue of Khilafah, for example, Abu Bakr and Ali and something like that. That's fine. We are living in 21st century. What had happened in the past is a lesson for us to learn so that we can come together united as Muslim Ummah. So Muslim Foundation is going to organize intra-faith, where we are going to include all Muslims of all backgrounds. We are going to organize seminars on Islam and America, for example, how Islam is embraced in America and how American values are inherently Islamic. Because some people from outside, some Muslims from outside, wanted to fool Muslim in America. And they wanted to say, what? In order for you to be a good American, you have to be a bad Muslim. Or for you to be a good American, you will be a bad Muslim because you cannot practice religion. Or in order for you to be a good Muslim, you have to be bad American. We have to tell those people that you are wrong. We can be the best Muslim in America, and we can be the best American at the same time, because American value and Islamic values are inherently related.
So the interfaith dialogue you are organizing from Nusantara Foundation,
yes.
What is the impact of those?
Well, interfaith dialogue had impacted our communities positively in a tremendous way. Briefly, we never imagined 20 years ago that Jewish rabbis will defend Islam in time that Islam is attacked by certain people. When Donald Trump attacked Islam, I know many rabbis in the United States, basically spoke out against it. Tens of thousands of Jewish people signed petition online against Donald Trump. The closest candidate to the Muslim community happened to be a Jewish, Bernie Sanders. You never imagined this 20 years ago. Why it happened now? Because interfaith dialogue. And I began that in 2006 when we organized the first summit of rabbis and imams here in the United States. I co-authored a book with a Jewish rabbi called Sons of Abraham. I'm working closely with hundreds of rabbis in the state and around the world to build peace, to promote peace, even in the Middle East. We organize weekend of trainings of mosques and synagogues, where Muslim groups go to the synagogue to see how they pray, and then we have dialogue, and the Jewish people come to the mosque, for example, to talk about Jewish-Muslim relations. Christians and Muslims are working together. Hindu, Buddhists, Muslims are working together. When there is an issue in Myanmar, we organize event here in New York, working with the with Buddhist monks, to reduce tension, so that we can work together to minimize the destruction, the harm between two communities. So interfaith basically is paramount important, not only important in the 21st century, it is the need of our time. Do you know why? Because we are living in the globalized world. And global world means interconnectedness, interdependence is so strong. Means no single person or a single nation can live by itself without the other. There's only one solution, there's only one way to survive, and that is building partnership. If we want to survive, if we want to defeat the common enemy, terrorism or extremism, then peoples of faith of all backgrounds must build partnership, work together. That is the solution. If you see terrorism happens anywhere, and then we accuse one community, it doesn't happen. It's not a solution. How many times Muslims are being accused because some Muslims are doing terrorism? And that is a wrong attitude from our non-Muslim friends. Similarly, it is wrong for Muslims to accuse all Jewish people bad simply because there are some Jewish happen to be bad. For example, Benjamin Netanyahu, who massacred Palestinians. But you cannot consider Netanyahu as the representation of the Jewish people worldwide. He's a politician, happened to be a radical politician, but he doesn't represent all Jewish people. So I think we have to be fair. We have to be just. So in a nutshell, interfaith is the need of our time.
We'll take another short break. We'll come back soon. Dear viewers, you are watching Vision for Success. Stay with us.